Today we're going to be reading a book called Looking at Maps and Globes. This is a nonfiction book, meaning it's giving us facts, information about maps and globes. Let's go ahead and read the book. Looking at Maps and Globes. This book was written by Rebecca Olin. Oh, this book has a table of contents. Finding the way, how maps work, many kinds of maps and globes. Oh, it even has words you know. Oh, it might have a glossary. Let's see what's at the end. All right. Finding the way. People look at maps to find places. Maps show the way to go. I think we know that. These kids want to see the lions. How do they know where to go? They have to look at a map of the zoo. If we were going to go to the zoo, we would have seen this kind of a map at the zoo, and we would have picked it up, and our chaperones would have helped us read the map, and we would have known where to go. How maps work. Look at a map. It is like looking down from the sky. Here's what a city looks like from a plane. When people talk about maps, they also talk about a bird's eye view. It's like if you were a bird and you were flying above things and you were flying in the sky and you could look down and you were above all the things on earth as a bird. It's kind of what the bird would see. You're looking down. So here's water, and these lines right here are the streets and roads, and then there's buildings. You can see the buildings. Here's a map of the same city. Can you find the roads and water? Sure. Now, this is not the photograph that they showed you on this page. This is a map that someone has made of that same city. I see the water, don't you? I see streets and roads, right? But these have names on them so you know which way you're going and which street you need to go to. All right. Many kinds of maps. There are many kinds of maps. A world map can show all the countries in the world. So these maps that we were looking at here are flat maps, right? They're flat. You're looking at it straight on, where you're not being able to turn it so you can see behind the map or anything, because this is showing you everything that you'd want to see on the map, but it's flat. Do you see the continents? And what do you think all this blue is? It's water. So here's the land, and there's the water. We have one of these in our room. I just love that map. Oh, we have something similar to this by our drinking fountains in our classroom too. It says a map can show one country. This is a map of the United States. Can you find the state where you live? Yep, Minnesota, right here. Canada is above us, isn't it? And Mexico is below us. This is Alaska, which is actually over here, and Hawaiian Islands, I think, that are over here. But those are all the 50 states, too. People use road maps when driving to a place. The map shows what roads to take. When I was little, you'd have to have a driver in your car and someone to read the map. And you had to be really good at reading maps to be able to use them and help the driver know where to go. Today, we just plug it into our phone and somebody tells us where to go. And it's so easy. So reading a map is not as popular as it used to be. Oh, floor plans are maps of indoor places. This floor plan is of a home. How is it like your home? Has a kitchen. This must be the front door. It has a front room, a living room, and a bedroom. So if you were looking at this map, you would know exactly where to come in the front door, and you'd think, oh, someone's in their living room. Well, then you'd know where to go. Now, most houses have a basement in Minnesota, so you'd have another sheet of paper that has your basement. And if you had an upstairs, you'd have another map for your upstairs. Oh, look at this. This is a weather map. It shows where it might rain or snow. Look at this weather map. What kind of weather do you see? Well, look down here. It says map key. A key on a map tells you what certain symbols are. So when you see this symbol on the map, it means it's sunny. When you see this one, it's rainy. When you see this, it's cloudy. And when you see this, it's snowy. So if I asked you in Minnesota, what is the weather? You could look up at Minnesota and then you look at the key. Snowy. What about Florida? Here's Florida. Sunny. Isn't that great that they have a key to tell you that for the weather? They have a lot of other things that have keys. Other maps have a lot of keys too. And it's just information to tell you symbols that are on the map and what they mean. Globes. We have one of these in our classroom too. People look at globes to see the world. A globe is round like the earth. We know that. We studied that in the fall when we talked about our solstices and the seasons changing. So we know that the earth is round and the globe is round too. So you can kind of see what happens with the earth when it spins. You can see all around the world with a globe. Spin a globe to see how the earth turns. We've done that. A globe shows the world's water and land. Do you see oceans on the globe? Yes. The blue part is oceans and the other parts are land. Looking at maps and globes help people learn about places. What will you use to find your way today? Maybe you already know where you're going. Maybe you might have to use a phone, type in the directions to have someone tell you, or maybe you'd like to look at a map. See if your mom and dad have maps at home. Floor plan, globes, weather map, world map. We're so lucky because we have these two in our classroom. Now, we don't have a weather map in our classroom, but we have that United States one, don't we? All right. Try it. Oh, let's see this. Look at this world map. Where is the water? Point. Yep. Where is the land? Can you find the country where you live? Yep, this is right here, the United States of America. What other countries are near it? Well, we talked about that. We have Canada above us and Mexico below us, don't we? And then here's an index. Oh, and then there's an about the author. Rebecca Olin is a teacher and author of more than 50 books for educators and children. You can often find her studying maps or twirling a globe to find new places to go. Very good. Now what you'll do with this information is you are going to go past what we did yesterday, and you're going to color the land green, color the water blue. So here's the water, here's the land, and then you're going to write, this is a, ready, G, G, L, G, O, yep, O, G, O, B, and make sure you get your B going the right way. Now I have a question for you. What makes that O say its own name? Silent E. This is a globe. Here is the Cardinal Direction page that you will be filling out today as well. So on maps, you have a compass rose, or some people call it a compass, cardinal directions, and the directions, we all know what they are. North, east, south, west, right? Now, north is always at the top. So you would go ahead and put your N up here for north. N, or, th. Like 3, north. All right. East. E. And there's an A that makes the E say its own name. East. Down at the bottom, we know that the North Pole's on top, and we know that the South Pole, I just have to know these two letters. South, 3. South. North, east, south, west. West. All right, north, east, south, west. You could use an acronym if you wanted. You could make something up so that you would remember that this starts with an N. This way's east, this way's south, and this way's west. You could say, never eat soggy worms. That would be funny. Never eat slimy watermelon. So you could make up an acronym of your own so you remember that it goes north, east, south, west. And notice that we're going this way, clockwise. Okay? All right. You can decorate the sides whichever way you want, but you need to fill these words in today in your math skills book. All right. Have a great day.